the first card you have for your past is the Knight of Wands. So what I'm seeing is, if you look at this Knight of Wands, it's kind of, he wants to go in one direction, but the horse is kind of jumping up and down, and he's having to kind of go wherever the horse is telling him to go or leading him. And this is what I think was happening to you at this time. I'm seeing you were working on something. This was something that you really wanted to do, you loved doing, you knew where it was going. It was like you had planned out, I'm going to do X, Y, Z, and I'll keep working very hard, and at the end it will be like this. So it was very straightforward for you. You were very confident in this, that this would happen. You were relying on this to happen, and this was going in one direction, everything was fine. And all of a sudden there was a change in direction with this. Now, again, I'm seeing this is probably something work related, but it was also something that you had a very, very, very personal interest in. And yeah, you were really focused on whatever this was, and you were in control of whatever this was, you knew where it was going, and then suddenly you felt completely out of control when it changed direction. Yeah, so you just felt like you were really losing control when this first happened to you. It was like, no, I don't want it to go in this direction. No, it's turning into something completely different. That's not what I planned. That's not what I planned. Because you're a very organized person. You like to have things organized, set out, planned. You sit down and you think, I'm going to do this, this, and this, and that will be the result, and then you do it. But then sometimes when things suddenly kind of go out of control, you kind of feel so lost, and you think, no, this isn't what I wanted. This shouldn't be happening like this. But it was happening like this. You just couldn't do anything about it. So, you were very, very lost for a while with this. You kind of didn't know where this was going. You were thinking, oh no, now I've lost all this work I've done. Everything's a mess. Help, help, help. But then you decided that you were just going to kind of think, well, I think I'll just go with the flow with this. This is going in another direction, but I mean, what can I do? I can't set it back into my direction. I'll just have to see what happens. And I think you did. And I think, then you realized that you actually liked this new direction, this new change of direction. So if this resonates, I'm really glad you did end up going with the flow of this, because that's what this knight had to do. If you look at this horse, it's jumping up and down, going wherever it's going, and the knight can't do anything about it. It has to stay and just go wherever the horse is going. So that's what you did. And I think because you did this, this thing or this project is going to end up being even better than you first were expecting. It's definitely going to happen a lot quicker. It's going to finish a lot faster for you as well than when you first were originally working on this. So, yeah, I think this is going to be a better outcome for you. Now, it's going to be a different outcome. It's going to look different. It's going to feel different. But I think the result is going to be good for you. It's like you started off with an apple and you got a pineapple. Well, a pineapple is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It's not an apple, but it's still beautiful and it's still yours. That's what I'm seeing. I know that sounds completely crazy. Ignore that. The next card you have for your past is the Ace of Cups. So yeah, this might sound a bit strange or silly, but I'm seeing that this project, or whatever this was, yeah, I'm seeing this again. You had a very, very personal connection to this. So it's like, this project, it's almost like this was an extension of you, if that makes sense. It's a bit like, when an artist, a painter makes a painting and they make this painting and it's separate from them, but it has a part of them in it. That's why when you see lots of different Picasso paintings, you can tell he's painted it. Or you see lots of different Da Vinci paintings, you can tell that it's him that's painted it, or whatever. So you know that that's kind of their brand. So it has a piece of them in their work. And this is what happens. This is what was happening with this project. It was very personal to you. You had a very emotional connection to this. So yeah, when this change of direction happened, you took this very, very personally. It actually hurt you. You were very emotional about it, actually. And I'm getting a kind of a lost feeling around this. You really didn't want to lose this altogether. And I think you thought, oh, no, it's turning into a different thing. I'm going to have to abandon this whole thing because I just don't know where I am. But you didn't do that. You didn't do that. And I think practically and objectively, I think you knew that this change was actually the best thing to happen to this. But your emotions hadn't caught up with this. You were still feeling quite lost when you had to make this change. You were still feeling really a bit down, a bit emotional about this. So, but then, you kind of adjusted, you kind of readjusted your emotions, and you kind of kept on going with this new direction. So the other thing I'm seeing is some of the elements of this project or this thing that you're doing are going to become a little bit less personal as well, if that makes sense. So you had a lot of your own personal touches in this, and there are going to be fewer of those personal touches. Now, I hope this makes sense to you, because I am seeing that it's going to be happening a lot faster. Somebody else might be taking over some of this for you. It's going to be hard for you to let go of it, but I think this is going to be for the best again. But you'll get to the finish line a lot faster. I keep on seeing that. So the last card you have for your past is the King of Wands. More wands, more action. So whatever this was or whatever this is going to start to happen really quickly for you if it hasn't already. This is in the past. The King of Wands can also be about versatility, adaptability, adapting to things easily, and that's what you had to do. For a while you were lost, but then you decided, right, I have to adapt quickly, and that's what you did. So the other thing I'm seeing in this card is someone who you were interested in romantically, and I'm definitely seeing an attraction here. I'm trying to say an attraction. I said added attraction. Doesn't make any sense. There was an attraction between you and this person. They were attracted to you. You were attracted to them. You probably still are. And this was on both sides. That's what I should have said. I could have said that in 5 seconds. I said it in 50 seconds. So, yes. So there was an attraction. You were attracted to them. They were attracted to you. But I am seeing some hesitation around this. So I'm actually seeing you being, you were very busy at this time, obviously, with this project and everything else. Maybe they had the impression that you weren't really interested in them because you might have been so busy, and they might have thought, oh, this person says they're busy all the time. Are they busy, or are they just using it as an excuse to not talk to me or not to be around me or something like that? I don't know. I can't tell. I want to be with them, but they say, oh, I'm busy, and it's like, well, okay, fine. That kind of thing I'm getting around this. I think you might have been subconsciously, don't be angry with me, you might have been subconsciously hiding behind your work, and you might have been subconsciously hiding behind being busy. Now, you were busy. I'm not saying you're just making it up. You were busy. You do have a fear of being hurt. Now, of course, nobody wants to feel hurt. Nobody wants to be hurt. But maybe you're creating an unnecessary barrier between you and this person because you felt like you're worried about being hurt. So you created this thing, oh, I'm busy anyway, it doesn't matter. And that was creating some kind of barrier, if that makes sense. I'm saying this was subconscious because I do see that you are attracted to them and you do like them. So this might be something that's kind of deep down that you're actually doing without you realizing that you're doing it. It might be something like that. So just watch out for that if that's what's happening. The first card you have for your present is the Hierophant. So I'm seeing you influencing a lot of other people. The Hierophant is obviously a religious teacher. And so, yes, you were influencing people. You were teaching maybe a lot of people. You might actually be a teacher. I'm also seeing you talking to people individually and teaching them outside of a normal school situation. So it might be that, you do some kind of consulting or you do some kind of training or something like that. I am seeing you spend a lot of time either teaching or helping people in some way. So, and inside of your normal work hours and also outside. You do help people in those ways as well. Excuse me, I just had a big sniff. So this person in the King of Wands might be thinking, they might still be thinking, they spend so much time with everyone else. I'm always seeing them with people and talking to people and helping people. What about me? Why don't they spend time with me? So I'm seeing this person might be going backwards and forwards a little bit, actually, in their emotions and in their thinking, maybe even physically. They might, I think sometimes they try to come close to you, and then when they get the impression that you have no time for them, they get kind of busy themselves and they pull back from you. So there's a lot of backwards and forwards energy going on between you, and it's kind of one holds back and then the other one sees that and they hold back and then makes the other one hold back. So there's this kind of backwards and forwards thing going on between you. So just be aware of that as well, that part of it's them, but part of it might be you as well, giving them a certain impression, and that makes them hold back themselves. So just have a think about that. The next card you have for your present is the King of Cups. So yeah, again, I'm just seeing a similar thing. Again, I know I'm going to sound as if I'm just repeating myself. I don't mean to, I don't do it on purpose, but I just keep on seeing the same message. So if you have feelings for this person, and I'm seeing that you do, you're definitely attracted to them. I don't know on what level, but you are attracted to them on some level. Try not to hide your emotions from them. Definitely try not to hide them under your work or beneath your busyness, because you are busy. You're not making it up. You are busy. I can see that, but there's a risk that you're going to chase this person away. We all fear. We all don't want to be hurt. Nobody wants to be hurt. We all fear being hurt. Nobody likes being hurt. But if we want a relationship, that's a risk that we're all going to have to take. Nobody wants to be hurt, but there's always some small chance that you will be hurt every time you go into any relationship. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter who you are. I mean, you see these amazing, gorgeous Hollywood movie stars getting divorced and people cheating on them, and these singers and everything like that are absolutely gorgeous, capable, rich, have everything, and they're cheated on. So, you might be thinking, what chance have I got then? That's not what I'm trying to tell you. What I mean by that is, it can happen to anyone. Anyone can get hurt. Anyone. It's a risk we all take when we decide to go into a relationship. We all need to take that risk. If nobody took that risk, everyone would be a hermit, and then nobody would talk to anyone. That would be ridiculous. So I'm not seeing anything bad. I'm not seeing anything wrong with this person. It might be time for you just to make up your mind as to whether you truly want to be with this person or not. If you want to be with them, open up to them. If you're busy, say to them, yes, I'm very busy, but let's carve out a time when we can see each other. What about on this date? What about on that time? Let's make a date and do it. Don't just be like, I'm busy, forever and ever. Let them see that you want to carve out time for them. You see them as an important person in your life. If you don't want to be with them, also come out and tell them kindly, but just tell them so that they know. I mean, the King of Cups is all about things being hidden, and I don't think that you're purposely hiding anything. I just think you really need to decide what you want and then be upfront about it and then go for it. That's what I'm seeing in that card. The last card you have for your present is the Six of Pentacles, yes. So yeah, I'm seeing that you might be, I'm seeing an exchange of help here. I'm seeing that you might be helping someone around their money in some way. I'm actually seeing someone might be wanting to make a purchase. And this could be a relative. I'm seeing someone who's a bit older than you maybe, and I'm seeing someone who might have helped you out in some way when you were younger, when you were growing up. I'm seeing shelter around this. They might have given you shelter. They might have helped you with a place to stay at one point. but now you're in a position where you can help them. So I'm not seeing you, I know this is around money, but I'm not seeing you actually helping them in terms of giving them money or lending them money, but I am seeing that you might be helping them make a purchase. It might be a big purchase they're a bit nervous about. It might be a technical purchase. It might be something to do with technology, because I am seeing they are older than you, so maybe they are a little bit unsure of what to buy or unsure of the technology, and you're in a position where you can help them with that. So you're helping them with a purchase. So this is financial help, not directly, but kind of indirect financial help, helping them with something they're doing financially, making a purchase. And also you're helping them emotionally. You're helping them to feel at ease with what they're doing, and you're helping them to understand more about what they're doing. So that's what I'm seeing there. The first card you have for your future is Death. So yes, I'm seeing that, yes, this could be about, this is about a feeling. This is a feeling as if something's over. This isn't you feeling this feeling. I'm seeing that this could be about this person who cares about you, this person in the King of Wands, and they might still be seeing your physical distancing from them as a sign that you want to emotionally distance yourself from them. So again, this is like a warning to you. Now, I don't want to make you afraid, make you scared that they're going to walk off, but if things keep on going in this way, they might just do that. They want to see that you're available to them. And if they keep on feeling knocked back, whether you mean to or not, they're going to one day just get up and walk away. And that might happen very quickly. And it might happen without you having any chance to say anything. They might try to come close to you and try again, and you're still busy. And then they might try one last time, and they might say to them, right, that's it. Goodbye. I'm going now. So this is a wake-up call to you. If you truly care about this person, reach out to them. Carve some time out for them. Make them feel important in your life. Say to them, I'm sorry, I'm so busy. I don't want to just keep on saying I'm busy, I'm busy. Why don't we make a date? Let's go out at this day. Let's go out at this night. Let's see each other at this time. Let's do this at this date, at this time. So they know that you're putting them in your schedule, because you have a big schedule. You're very, very busy, and they want to feel like they're important. They want to feel like they're more important, if not as important, as everyone else and everything else you have to do. So please listen to this warning before it's too late, because they might just get up and walk away. And once they do, you know what the Death card means. Once they do that, that's it. That's it. I'm sorry, I don't want to make you panic, but I think you do need to hear this. The next card you have for your future is the 8 of Wands. So yeah, this could be the time when this project or whatever this is that you're working on in the Knight of Wands starts to really speed up for you. Because I was saying that this change in the way that it was going for you was going to result in this happening a lot quicker and finishing a lot quicker for you. So you might be feeling a little bit out of control again around this at this time, because I am seeing that you're going to have to give this up from you to someone else. It might be a person, it might be a company, but to get this onto the next stage of this, whatever this is, on the next level of whatever this is, you're going to have to give this up to someone else who has a certain area of expertise around this. Now, yeah, it's going to be very hard for you to do. You're going to have to give up some control over this to them. It's going to be really hard, actually, because this project's a bit like your baby and you don't want to let it go out into the big wide world, but you're going to have to do that for it to come to the end. So, you know, you're just going to have to trust things. You're just going to have to try to let things go. And I also think you're going to be learning a lot from this experience. And there are going to be more projects that come after this as well. This isn't going to be the last one. So you're going to learn from this, and you're going to take that knowledge into the next project you do as well. And I am seeing success around this as well, but I am seeing it speeding up. The last card you have for your future is the Queen of Pentacles. So yes, I've seen this before in your readings, and I'm seeing it again here. Financial stability and contentment is going to come to you from this project. And again, this is why you don't like giving up control. This project is your baby. Look at the way this queen's holding this coin. Can you see? Yes, you can see it on camera. Just like a baby. She's holding it like a baby, and it's on her lap. She's looking down at it. She's thinking, oh, I love you so much. So she's holding it like a baby. And that's how you feel about this project. But yes, definitely this is going to be successful. It's going to be financially successful, but also it's going to be personally successful for you, because I'm seeing you do have a very, very personal, emotional tie to this. But yes, this is going to be successful, and it's going to come from your very, very hard work. Not only that, but from your personal stake in this. I think if you do, yeah, I don't live on a racetrack. Anyway, because you do have this very personal stake in this. Your heart is in this. That's what I'm trying to say. Your heart is in this, and that's what is going to make it very successful as well.